I told her, we were just in there, I was like, dude, you could be defensive player of the year. Like, depending on how this goes, like, you just have great energy, and she's just skilled in that way. And they have a great people that they kept from last year who are young. They want to do the dirty work. They want to win. And then you have a lot of championship experience that are brought here. And so just the combination, I'm not surprised. You know, actually, DB was my vet when I got drafted out to Phoenix. And so I know she's not a fighter, but she's not scared to.
Sophie, you talked about building culture, chemistry, things like that. And obviously, you get heated in the game like today. What did it mean to have DeWanna have your back in?
Did a simple 6-word statement just redefine Sophie Cunningham's legacy? After one of the most controversial WNBA games of the season, all eyes are on the Indiana Fever forward. But it's not just about the officiating or the rough play. It's about what Sophie said after the dust settled. Her silence broke. Her words inspired, and they might just change how you see her forever. What exactly did she say that left fans talking? Picture this, the Indiana Fever come into the game on a high, riding a winning streak and building momentum for the season, but no Caitlin Clark on the court. That already felt like a punch to the team's energy, with their star sidelined and the pressure heating up against the Sparks, who weren't showing any sign of holding back.
It's a team you guys did not shoot well today. Is there anything on the offensive end you thought was off or that needs to be worked on heading into tomorrow?
And so for us, it's just having each other's backs. It's making sure that you're constantly communicating up there to give your other players confidence to get up in the ball and
You had like Caitlin take over a huddle, Austin took over a late. So many of you guys would pull each other aside. Why do you feel like you guys are so in tune with one another already?
And again, I just think it's a great combo that if you're willing to have a growth mindset, good things are going to happen here in Indiana.
From the opening whistle, it wasn't your average matchup. The stakes were clear. Physicality was going to rule this one, but no one could have expected just how far things would go. Now, let's talk about what had fans fuming. Late in the second quarter, Julie Van Loo made a move that instantly set the tone for the night. She grabbed Sophie Cunningham by the neck in what looked more like a wrestling move than basketball. Here's the kicker. The refs didn't call a single foul. Let that sink in. A blatant grab, no whistle. Yet, just minutes earlier, Sparks players barely got touched and somehow ended up shooting free throws. If there was ever a moment a line felt crossed, that was it. And it didn't stop there. Officials spent what felt like forever reviewing plays that no one even questioned, while ignoring the type of physical battles in the paint that left Fever players bruised and frustrated. Head coach Stephanie White let her emotions show, arguing repeatedly with the refs. But the calls, they rarely went her team's way. Little by little, the Fever's rhythm unraveled. Without Clark, every possession felt like a slog. Missed free throws, turnovers piling up. For context, they missed 8 free throws this game, far above their season average.
Man, it's just we're a new team, right? You have a lot of newcomers. You have a new front office, a new coaching staff. You have a new system, and so it's going to take a little bit of time.
I mean,
I'm kidding.
It's competitive nature, but what did it mean to have DeWanna step up for you in that moment like that?
Man,
a lot of new faces, yourself included, obviously, come in this year and kind of raise the expectations for this team. Do you feel kind of those expectations coming into the season, and how do you guys manage those?
Do you enjoy that interaction with the crowd? That kind
heck
of stuff?
yeah. No, I really do think that's what it's all about, right? I think you want to make sure that your home court is special to you as a team.
The Sparks fed off the chaos, shutting down the Fever's usual fast pace. Still, Sophie Cunningham kept pushing. She took hits, kept her focus, and never lashed out. That's why her interview, those 6 words, "I stick up for my teammates," hit harder than any dirty play. Sophie left the court that night holding back, but barely. Her silence? It didn't last. What she said ended up being the loudest statement of all. Sophie Cunningham isn't the type of player who's defined by stats alone. Sure, she can fill up a box score when needed, but what sets her apart is her role as the team's enforcer. She's been the one constant on the Fever who isn't afraid to get physical, take hits, and make the tough plays most players shy away from. And because of that, she's been a target all season. Opposing teams know how important she is to Indiana's fight, so they test her. Fouls, bumps, trash talk, you name it, she gets it. But what's remarkable is how she handles it. Sophie doesn't retaliate, she doesn't complain, until now. After the Sparks game though, the silence broke.
This is the first time that we actually got up and down like that. And so I'm not worried about it. I think for us, it's more on the defensive end. It's what it's about, right? I think when you really do have really, really good people and you guys all have a common goal that you're trying to get to, she had my back, and I think that's what it's all about, right? I think that we have a huge target on our backs, and I don't think that's a secret. And so making sure that our locker room's like this, and that will naturally flow onto the court, and I think you guys saw that today. as an energy player, you got to get your fans involved. That's our sixth man right there. And they're loud, they're feisty, they're sassy. And it's like when you get them involved, then it's game over, right? You're in the other team's head. And so
her 6 words, I stick up for my teammates, still hang in the air. Why now? What made this particular night the tipping point? In the post-game interviews, there wasn't anger in her tone, no fiery outbursts, just calm focus, the kind of directness that hits harder than shouting. But those 6 words weren't random or rehearsed. They were a reflection of everything she stood for, especially during one of the most trying seasons of her career. The timing couldn't have been more symbolic. With Caitlin Clark sidelined, leadership on the court felt like it rested squarely on Sophie. She's taken hard fouls, like the Sparks' Julie Van Loo grabbing her by the neck, often with no whistle to back her up.
I feel like the more you talk, the better your rotations are. And then when you're talking, you don't have no choice but to listen to your voice sometimes. And so I think that we kind of went on that little run there because of our defense. And get your teammates involved and trust that good things are going to happen. Yeah, dude, you're right. And so it's constantly communicating, and it's not being defensive. Everyone's just trying to help. And I think you have a really good group of people. You have a great group of coaches.
There was a stretch when you had a number of key plays and scored a lot, and the crowd really started noticing you more and responding to you, but you also reacted back to them.
And yet her response has always been the same: stay poised, keep playing. That steadiness contrasts sharply with Dana Bonner, who left the Fever during adversity this season. While one turned away, Sophie embraced the challenge, becoming the glue that held the team together. Fans see it too.
Yeah, I think, at the end of the day, we're all competitors and we're here to win, right? And so I think this is a fresh start for a lot of people. It's a new era for a lot of people that no one takes offense to anything, right? I think a couple of those huddles like, hey, Sophie, you got to get better on defense there. And I was like, but you want to make it hard as heck for other people to come in here to Gamebridge, and they don't want to play here, right? And I think with that, for me, especially when you have a couple runs put together, defensive stops, it takes someone just to get the fans involved, and then the other team feels that to get with it a little bit. And kind of random thrown to the ground. Maybe I need to hit the weight room. That was not a good look, but.
Sophie Cunningham, you are a G. One fan posted online after the Sparks game, while another wrote, Sophie Cunningham is the hero the WNBA needs. And they're not wrong. It's not just her hustle on the court, it's the cold, unwavering loyalty she consistently shows her team. Sophie Cunningham's 6 words, I stick up for my teammates, summed up everything that makes her an invaluable leader. It wasn't just about basketball, it was about loyalty and sacrifice, the kind that goes beyond the court. She showed what it means to stand firm when it matters most, even when the cost is taking the hits herself. Her actions prove that true leadership isn't about recognition, but about doing whatever it takes for the people around you. So next time you think about what makes a hero in sports, remember Sophie's words. They might have been quiet, but they spoke volumes.